This is a presentation of Project Ludus, gamification of the online classroom for FSU's class CEN 4021. In this presentation, we will have team introductions, go over project inspiration, and an overview of what the project is. We will see project requirements, project design, and we will even see a demonstration of Project Ludus. We will go over obstacles and problems that the team members faced and the solutions that they used to get over these. We will see the lessons learned and future work recommendations for the project.
Hi, I'm Tom Moseley. I was responsible for the calendar portion and personal items portion of the application, as well as taking on some of the project manager duties.
Hello, I am a member of Team Ludus, and my name is Adam Gorman. Although we all participate on various levels and aspects of the project, my primary responsibility on the Ludus project was badges and awards.
Hello, my name is Shawn Williams. I'm a member of Team Ludus. My main responsibilities have been database lead, as well as a developer focusing on system administration.
Hi, my name's Kassy. As a part of Project Ludus, I got to experience both the developer and the project management roles. During development, my primary focus was on user profiles.
Project Ludus was inspired by Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. In this story, Wade Watts attends school on planet Ludus. A main point in this book is when he learns that Ludus means work and it means play. The primary goal of Ludus is to gamify the online classroom. We make the class experience more like a game by making it fun and easy. The calendar-centric view of assignments makes clarity of the due dates and progress. Awards for completion of assignments provides motivation.
It was especially crucial for us to lay out the base requirements of our project since we were on a tight time schedule. We were able to break it down into 3 specific necessities. First, we required 2 different types of users, a teacher and a student, so that we could specify permissions accordingly. Second, we need a calendar-centric view, which allowed assignments to be created and marked as complete. Thirdly, each user would need to have a profile where they could view all of their awards and badges.
Our design overview. We took a top-down design approach. First, we look at what our main objective was for our entire project. Then we recursively subdivide that into smaller and smaller manageable portions. Our key problem we were attempting to solve was the difficulties that distance learning often has. We attempted to isolate the key issues and devised our solution, Ludus. We hoped and planned for Ludus to be able to improve communication and interest among students, specifically distance learning students.
We will begin our demonstration of Ludus on the home page. When a user arrives to the home page, they are presented with a simple navigation bar, an area to register, log in, or view information about Ludus. In the About menu, you are able to see all of the team members' names. This is also the place where you can find our SRS, our SDD, and our source code, which is freely available on GitHub. The first step is to log in. We will begin viewing Ludus through the eyes of a student. Once logged in, the navigation changes. Currently, the student can see student options and administrator options. It is in plan for a future sprint that these options will only be available with the corresponding user types. For example, since I am logged in as a student, I would only see the student options. One of the options that a student can see is the profile. On a profile, the user can see their personalized gravatar photo. They also have the option of adding a biography. They can change the biography at any time by clicking Edit, and then simply typing the new biography that they wish to display and saving. The profile is also the place where students can see the rewards that they have obtained by using Ludus and submitting assignments. Currently, the implemented awards are badges. The last item on a user's profile is the courses that they are enrolled in. Here, we can see the course number and the corresponding course name for each enrollment.
For students, the primary view in Ludus is a schedule view. The schedule view has two views right now. One is a month at a glance calendar view. The second is a list view, which I'll detail in just a second. The purpose of these views is to give a student an idea of all the things that are coming up, both their own personal things and assignments that are created by their instructors. The calendar view that we have here, the month at a glance, has the ability to go to previous next months. It shows the entire month from the first to the last day of the month, and if the month happens to contain today, today is highlighted. There are two sorts of items in any one of the views that we have in Ludus. There are assignments, which in this case are shown in green, and there are personal items, which are shown in purple. Assignments are created whenever an instructor for one of the classes for which the student is enrolled adds an assignment. It will automatically show up in the list. Personal items are my own personal to-dos. Maybe anything from seeing my mom to having a class meeting to doing my taxes. So I'm going to create a personal item here. I'm going to pretend that we have a meeting on 4/27/13 to finalize the CEN presentation and get it done. And I'm going to create it. Now when I go back to my calendar view, I see the item right here. And if I click on it, I see the details of that particular item. Just like when I click on Project 2 Java Console, I see the details of that particular item as well. The other view in the schedule view is a list view right now. The list view is a straight chronological view from the beginning of the session to the end, where each item is shown. If you click on it, right now it gives you a link to go through the details or to submit and to make a submission. The submission portion is not complete yet. For personal item, it shows you the description and shows you buttons so that you can go and edit it, and detail and delete it. In our to-do for this the calendar view is to show more details for assignments, and for the calendar view, give you the ability through a button on the left or on the right to see a month at a glance or a day at a glance. Thank you. That about wraps up the demo of the calendar portion of Ludus.
Next, we'll look at the faculty member role. Currently, we are logged in as an administrator. First, we need to log off by clicking the log off button. Then click log in. This will bring you to the Ludus login page. From here, type in the username of the faculty member role that you would like to log into. This will bring you to the calendar view homepage of Ludus. When you're logged into the faculty member role, you will see a faculty member dropdown, as well as the username Hello Faculty 1. Now that we have logged in as a faculty member, let's see what we can do. First, click on the faculty drop-down menu. You can manage my courses, manage my sections, and view assignments. Let's look at manage my courses. This currently shows a view of all the courses that are in the system. You have the ability to create a new course, edit an existing course, as well as delete a course. Let's create a new course. Type in the course number, the course name, and make it active or not active. Click create. Now this shows the newly created course. You have the ability to also edit and delete this course. Looking at the next option, we have manage my sections. This shows a similar format but specifically for sections. Shows all the sections that are currently in the system. You have the ability to create a new section, edit an existing section, or delete a section. The next option is View Assignments. This shows a list of all available assignments in the system. You also have the ability to create a new assignment, edit an existing assignment, and delete an existing assignment. In summary, for the faculty member role, you have the ability to manage courses, manage sections, and view assignments.
Hello, this is Adam. I'm going to be demonstrating some of the administration roles. We can log in as an admin here, and then we have our standard view, but we can also see administration, and we can manage sessions, and you can see our previously created ones, and I can go ahead and create real quick a spring 2014. Let's say it ends at 8 p.m. It's not active. I can go ahead and create it. There we have it. I can edit it or delete it, see what's going on actively. I'm going to just go ahead and delete it for right now. Delete. And then we can also manage students. So here we can see our students, our Tom, Adam, myself, and some various aspects about them. We can edit, create new students from here. We can also manage faculty, which we have some faculty. I'm currently set up as a faculty. We can also create, select one of the existing users, their session, and make them become a faculty member. And then one of the other aspects will be logging off administration. And then I'm going to log in my own name. And we can see some things going on here. I'm going to look at my badges. And I have some badges here, but my account is currently set up as administration, faculty, and student. But you'd be able to create your badges from here. And award them to specific students and edit them, the details, etc. so that when the students do something correct or do something out of the ordinary or whatever, you can then have them get recognition for it. And I think that's it. Thank you. Obstacles and problems. We used a lot of newer technologies and software in our solution. Although some are newer than others, they were all quite new to most of us. I believe Tom had most experience with all the listed technologies, but the rest of us hadn't used them much before, or we were often using them for the very first time. Thus, there were certain areas that had increased learning curves because of our first-time user experience.
It was very difficult for us to go into a project being new to so many tools. We counteracted this by reading so that we would know what we were getting into. We practiced great time management and allowed for learning time and unexpected technical setbacks. We had frequent meetings so that everyone would be aware of their responsibilities and be able to ask questions about how they could accomplish their tasks. We would acknowledge everybody's strengths and weaknesses and form pairs so that we could complement each other's strengths and work to strengthen each other's weaknesses.
Lessons learned. I believe we all learned a significant amount on this project. Throughout the entire semester, with everyone's busy schedules in personal work and school life, we learned a great deal about time management. Since we often had limited time, we had to prioritize features, occasionally deciding to drop a feature or delay it. We attempted to hold at least 2 meetings per week on Sunday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Throughout these meetings, we discussed responsibilities and areas of focus. We would often have jointly written and accessible notes during the meeting so that everyone had a clear understanding of what was expected of them and of others. Since we're all distance learning students, we have adapted quite well to online communication, and this software engineering project has only further refined our skills. Thus, always being connected and available often prevented potential delays in our project.
Despite the time and effort put into the project, there are still many points that we would improve given more time. First, we would like to allow for easy customization by multiple institutions. It would be ideal if students could view their peers' profiles. Also, we would incorporate a widget to display user ranking for any given class. And finally, we would like to implement points in addition to badges. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed our presentation.